When foreigners think about relocating to Africa, two coastal cities often come up in the conversation: Accra, Ghana in West Africa, and Dar es Salaam, Tanzania in East Africa. Both cities offer warm weather, ocean views, rich culture, and fast-growing economies. But which one is actually better for foreigners looking to live, work, or retire? In this video, we'll compare Accra versus Dar es Salaam across key areas like economy, cost of living, infrastructure, safety, lifestyle, and quality of life, to help you decide which city might be the better choice for relocation. Let's get into it. 1. Economic environment and opportunities. Accra is the political and economic heart of Ghana, a country long praised for its political stability and democratic governance. Over the past 2 decades, Ghana has built a reputation as one of Africa's most business-friendly nations. Accra benefits from a strong services sector, a growing startup ecosystem, major investments in oil, gold, cocoa, fintech, and real estate. For foreigners, this means better job opportunities, easier business registration, and a familiar corporate environment, especially for people coming from Europe, North America, or Asia. On the other hand, Dar es Salaam is Tanzania's economic powerhouse and main commercial port. It plays a crucial role in East African trade and has seen consistent economic growth for over 20 years. Dar es Salaam's economy is driven by port logistics and trade tourism, construction, mining, and agriculture. While opportunities exist, Tanzania's economy is still more state-driven, and foreign investors may face more regulations compared to Ghana. Accra offers a more open and foreigner-friendly economic environment, while Dar es Salaam is growing steadily, but with more bureaucratic hurdles. 2. Cost of living. Cost of living is a major factor when relocating. Accra is not cheap by African standards. Popular expat neighborhoods like East Legon, Airport, Cantonments, and Osu can be expensive, especially rent. However, the higher cost comes with better housing quality, reliable services, access to international goods and restaurants. A comfortable foreigner lifestyle in Accra typically costs more, but you get convenience and familiarity. Dar es Salaam, on the other hand, is generally more affordable. Rent, food, transportation, and domestic services are cheaper than in Accra. That said, lower cost often means less modern housing, limited luxury options, fewer international brands. Dar es Salaam wins on affordability, but Accra offers better value for comfort and convenience. 3. Infrastructure and transportation. Accra has one of the more developed infrastructure systems in West Africa. Better road networks, expanding digital services, strong mobile and internet coverage. However, traffic congestion is a serious issue, and public transportation is still limited. Dar es Salaam has made huge progress in recent years, especially with the bus rapid transit (BRT) system, port upgrades, road expansion projects. Despite this progress, electricity reliability and urban planning remain challenges. Accra still has the edge overall, but Dar es Salaam is catching up fast. 4. Safety and political stability. Ghana is often ranked among Africa's safest and most politically stable countries. Accra enjoys low levels of violent crime, peaceful elections, and strong freedom of expression. This stability makes Accra especially attractive to families, retirees, long-term expatriates. Tanzania is also politically stable. But freedom of expression is more restricted. Petty crime is more common in urban areas. Foreigners generally feel safe in Dar es Salaam, but caution is more necessary. Accra is widely seen as the safer and freer city for foreigners. 5. Lifestyle and social life. Living in Accra is vibrant and social. Beach clubs, art galleries, live music, international restaurants. The city has a strong expat community, and English is the official language, making social integration easier. Weekends in Accra are lively, and networking opportunities are everywhere. Dar es Salaam offers a slower, more relaxed coastal lifestyle. Beautiful beaches, island escapes like Zanzibar's strong Swahili culture. However, nightlife and entertainment options are more limited, and language can be a barrier for some foreigners. Accra is better for social life and networking. Dar es Salaam is ideal for calm, nature-focused living. 6. Healthcare and education. Accra has better private hospitals, international schools, medical facilities that meet global standards. Many foreigners choose Accra specifically for healthcare access. In Dar es Salaam, healthcare and education are improving, but facilities are often understaffed. Many expats rely on private clinics or medical evacuation. Accra clearly leads in healthcare and education quality. 7. Overall quality of life. When everything is combined, safety, infrastructure, healthcare, lifestyle, and opportunity, Accra offers a higher overall quality of life for most foreigners. Dar es Salaam remains a fantastic option for budget-conscious expats, nature lovers, those seeking a quieter pace of life. Which city is better to relocate to if you're a foreigner looking for career opportunities, safety, social life, reliable services? Accra is the better choice if you prefer lower costs, a slower lifestyle, coastal and natural beauty. Dar es Salaam may be perfect for you. Now we want to hear from you. Which city would you choose, Accra or Dar es Salaam? And do you think Dar es Salaam can outperform Accra in the future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Africa-focused content. The global conversation about safety often follows a predictable pattern. Developed countries are assumed to be safe. African countries are assumed to be dangerous. But data doesn't always follow assumptions. Across a continent of 54 nations, several African countries consistently report lower violent crime rates than parts of the United States, Latin America, and even sections of Europe. So today, instead of relying on headlines or stereotypes, we're looking at measurable indicators: homicide rates, political stability, institutional strength, and public security, to examine African countries that challenge the common narrative. Let's take a closer look. Botswana. Botswana has long been considered one of Africa's most stable democracies. Since independence, it has maintained peaceful political transitions, strong institutions, and relatively low corruption levels. This stability translates directly into public safety. Violent crime rates remain moderate and often lower than those found in certain major cities in North America. Unlike some Western urban centers struggling with gun violence and organized crime, Botswana experiences comparatively limited, large-scale violent incidents. Gaborone, the capital, is calm and orderly. While petty crime exists, as it does everywhere, violent street crime is not widespread. Why Botswana performs well? Strong governance, effective law enforcement, and long-term political stability. 2. Rwanda. Rwanda's transformation over the past 2 decades has been remarkable. Today, Kigali is frequently described as one of the safest and cleanest cities in Africa. Street crime is minimal, and visible security presence acts as a deterrent. Compared to certain Western cities facing rising urban assaults or gang-related violence, Rwanda maintains lower levels of violent crime. It's important to note that Rwanda has strict political controls, but from a day-to-day public safety perspective, many residents and visitors report feeling extremely secure. Walking at night in central Kigali is often described as safer than in parts of large Western metropolitan areas. Why Rwanda performs well: strict enforcement, strong state control, and zero-tolerance policing. 3. Ghana. Ghana stands out in West Africa for its democratic consistency and peaceful elections. Accra, the capital, experiences mostly non-violent offenses, such as pickpocketing, rather than serious assaults. Homicide rates remain lower than in several cities across the Americas. Ghana benefits from stable democratic institutions, independent judiciary, strong civic participation, cultural emphasis on social harmony. For expatriates, retirees, and investors, Ghana is often viewed as one of the safest entry points into Africa. Why Ghana performs well: political stability and a socially cohesive environment. 4. Namibia. Namibia's low population density plays a role in crime distribution. With vast open spaces and relatively small urban populations, crime concentration is naturally reduced. While Windhoek experiences some petty crime, national violent crime levels often compare favorably with high-crime Western cities. Namibia also maintains steady democratic governance and a functioning legal system, contributing to predictable law enforcement. Tourists regularly visit Namibia for safaris and desert exploration with minimal security concerns. Why Namibia performs well: low urban pressure and institutional stability. 5. Mauritius consistently ranks as one of Africa's safest countries and frequently appears in global safety rankings. Violent crime is rare. The country enjoys high human development, strong institutions, and a diversified economy. Compared to Western nations facing increases in urban theft and violent assaults, Mauritius maintains impressive public safety indicators. It is often chosen by foreign investors, retirees, and digital professionals, precisely because of its stability and security. Why Mauritius performs well: high development level and effective governance. 6. Senegal. Senegal has avoided large-scale internal conflict for decades and remains one of West Africa's more stable democracies. Dakar, the capital, experiences petty theft like most global cities, but violent crime levels remain moderate. Compared to some cities in Latin America or parts of the United States, Senegal's homicide rates are often lower. The country benefits from long-standing political continuity and relatively peaceful civic culture. Why Senegal performs well: consistent governance and social stability. So why does the stereotype persist? Several factors contribute. International media focuses heavily on conflict zones. Crisis stories attract more attention than stability. One country's instability is often generalized to the entire continent. Data from African countries receives less global coverage. At the same time, rising crime challenges in parts of the West, including gun violence, organized crime networks, and drug-related offenses, receive normalization rather than shock. The result is a distorted global perception. This discussion is not about claiming Africa is universally safer than the West. Crime exists everywhere. Safety varies by specific city, neighborhood, economic inequality, law enforcement capacity, governance quality. However, the assumption that Africa is automatically more dangerous than Western countries is not supported by comparative crime data. In multiple cases, national homicide rates in certain African countries are lower than those in parts of North and South America. Final perspective. Safety is built through institutions, governance, and social cohesion, not through stereotypes. Several African countries have quietly built stable, secure societies that challenge outdated narratives. The next time someone assumes Africa is inherently unsafe, remember, the continent is diverse, the data is nuanced, and in some cases, the numbers tell a very different story than the headlines. When people outside the continent think about Africa, one of the first words that often comes to mind is dangerous. But is that perception actually based on reality or on outdated headlines, stereotypes, and misinformation? Africa is a vast continent of 54 countries, over 1.4 billion people, and thousands of cultures, cities, and lifestyles. Lumping the entire continent into one narrative of danger is not only inaccurate, it's misleading. In this video, we'll examine the facts behind safety in Africa, looking at crime, political stability, terrorism, healthcare, infrastructure, and daily life to answer one simple question. Is Africa really dangerous, or is the story far more complex? Let's get into it. 1. Africa is not one country. The biggest mistake people make is treating Africa like a single nation. Africa contains some of the world's safest countries, some developing nations facing challenges, some global cities that rival major Western capitals. Just like Europe includes both Switzerland and Ukraine, or the Americas include both Canada and Haiti, Africa includes a wide spectrum of safety, stability, and quality of life. Judging the entire continent by the problems of a few countries is statistically and logically wrong. 2. Crime. What the data actually shows. Crime exists everywhere, including in the U.S., Europe, Asia, and Africa. The real question is where and how often, not whether it exists. Several African countries consistently rank among the safest globally, including Botswana, Rwanda, Ghana, Namibia, Mauritius. In many African cities, violent crime rates are lower than in major cities in the Americas or parts of Europe. Most crime that does occur tends to be petty theft, not violent attacks. Just like anywhere else in the world, safety varies by neighborhood, time of day, economic conditions, local governance. The idea that danger is constant across the continent is simply false. 3. Political stability and governance. Another major fear associated with Africa is political instability. While some countries have experienced coups or conflicts, most African nations today are politically stable. Countries like Ghana, Senegal, Botswana, Namibia, Kenya, Morocco have held peaceful elections for decades and maintained functioning democratic systems. Meanwhile, many African countries have stronger institutional stability today than parts of Eastern Europe, the Middle East, or Latin America. Conflict zones exist, but they are localized, not continent-wide. 4. Terrorism. Perception versus reality. Terrorism does occur in certain regions, particularly in parts of the Sahel and Horn of Africa. However, these incidents are geographically concentrated and do not represent daily life across the continent. Tourist hubs in major cities like Accra, Nairobi, Kigali, Cape Town, Casablanca operate normally with security standards similar to major global cities. Statistically, many travelers face greater risk from road accidents than from terrorism while traveling anywhere, including Africa. 5. Healthcare and infrastructure. Another common fear is lack of healthcare or modern infrastructure. In reality, many African cities now have private hospitals meeting international standards, international schools, reliable internet and mobile services, modern airports and highways. Cities like Nairobi, Accra, Kigali, Cape Town, Johannesburg, and Casablanca offer healthcare and infrastructure comparable to middle-income countries worldwide. Healthcare quality varies by country and city, but the idea that Africa lacks modern services everywhere is outdated. 6. Daily life for residents and foreigners. Millions of foreigners already live, work, and retire across Africa, including in Ghana, Kenya, Rwanda, South Africa, Morocco, Tanzania, Senegal. They raise families, run businesses, and build careers in cities that are safe, welcoming, socially vibrant, economically growing. For most residents, daily life involves going to work, taking children to school, shopping, socializing, traveling within the country, not surviving chaos, but living normal, productive lives. 7. Media bias and the danger narrative. Much of Africa's dangerous image comes from selective media coverage. Western media tends to report heavily on conflicts, underreport success stories, ignore stable countries, focus on crises rather than progress. As a result, global audiences receive a distorted picture, seeing Africa only through the lens of disaster, poverty, and conflict rather than growth, innovation, and stability. This creates a psychological bias, not a factual one. So, is Africa really dangerous? The honest answer is, some places are, most are not. Just like some parts of the U.S. are dangerous, some parts of Europe face unrest, some parts of Asia experience conflict. Africa is no different. Danger is not continental, it is localized. Blanket fear of Africa is based on outdated information, not current reality. Final verdict, facts over fear. Africa is not a war zone. Africa is not a crisis continent. Africa is not uniformly dangerous. Africa is diverse, complex, rapidly developing home to some of the safest countries on earth. If you're considering traveling, relocating, investing, or retiring in Africa, the right approach is not fear, but research. Choose your country carefully, choose your city wisely, and judge Africa the same way you judge any other continent, by facts, not headlines. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Africa is misunderstood globally? Have you visited or lived in Africa? What was your experience like? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Africa-focused content. We're exploring a city that rarely makes international travel lists, but absolutely deserves attention. Bujumbura, the economic capital of Burundi. So here's the big question. Is Bujumbura Africa's most overlooked lakeside city? Let's find out. A lakeside city with a powerful setting, Bujumbura sits on the northeastern shores of Lake Tanganyika, the second deepest lake in the world, after Lake Baikal. This alone makes the city geographically special. Imagine palm-lined beaches, warm tropical breezes, fishing boats gliding across crystal clear waters, and golden sunsets reflecting off one of Africa's great lakes. That's everyday life here. Unlike many busy port cities, Bujumbura has a relaxed, almost resort-like atmosphere in certain neighborhoods. It's one of the few capital cities in Africa where you can go from downtown traffic to lakeside tranquility in minutes. And yet, very few people outside East Africa talk about it. A city with layers of history, Bujumbura wasn't always called Bujumbura. During colonial times, it was known as Usumbura. The city began as a small military post in 1889 during German East Africa. After World War I, it became the administrative center of the Belgian League of Nations mandate of Rwanda-Urundi. When Burundi gained independence in 1962, the name officially changed to Bujumbura. In 2019, the political capital moved to Gitega, but Bujumbura remains the economic heart of the country, the main port, business hub, and commercial center. Climate and geography. Bujumbura has a tropical savanna climate with two main seasons: wet season, October to April; dry season, May to September. Despite being near the equator, the city's altitude keeps temperatures comfortable. Average daytime highs are around 29 degrees Celsius, with cooler nights around 14 to 18 degrees Celsius. Its location at the mouth of the Rusizi River gives it fertile surroundings and scenic landscapes. Mountains rise in the background, creating dramatic views that most people simply don't associate with Burundi. The economic engine of Burundi, Bujumbura, handles most of Burundi's key exports, especially coffee, cotton, and tin ore. The central market is the city's commercial heartbeat. Vendors sell everything from fresh produce to imported goods. It's colorful, busy, and full of local energy. In 2013, a devastating fire destroyed much of the market, severely affecting traders and families. Yet the city rebuilt and continued forward, a testament to its resilience. The port along Lake Tanganyika connects Burundi to neighboring countries like Tanzania and the Democratic Republic of Congo, making Bujumbura a regional trade link. For a small country, this city carries big economic responsibility. Sports and youth culture. Bujumbura is home to the country's main multi-sport stadium, which seats around 22,000 spectators. Football is hugely popular, and match days bring communities together. Education and international presence. The city hosts the main campus of the University of Burundi, along with private institutions such as Hope Africa University. There are also international schools, French, Belgian, British, and Montessori institutions, reflecting Bujumbura's global connections. Despite being underrated internationally, the city has a surprisingly diverse and educated population. Transportation and accessibility. Bujumbura International Airport connects the city to regional destinations. Within the city, transport consists mainly of taxis and minibuses. Motorbike taxis operate in certain areas, and intercity buses connect Bujumbura to other parts of Burundi. It may not have metro systems or large highways, but it functions efficiently for its size. Health and infrastructure. Bujumbura is home to major hospitals, including Prince Regent Charles Hospital and the military hospital. As the country's economic capital, it has the best medical facilities available in Burundi. Healthcare challenges exist, like in many developing cities, but services are improving gradually. Culture, nightlife, and hospitality. One of Bujumbura's biggest surprises, its nightlife. For decades, it has been known in East Africa for lively lakeside bars, beach resorts, and diverse restaurants offering Burundian, French, Ethiopian, Lebanese, and Asian cuisine. Nearby attractions include Rusizi National Park, the Livingston Stanley Monument, the southern source of the Nile, locally identified, and then there's Burundian drumming, a UNESCO-recognized cultural treasure. The powerful rhythm performances are unforgettable, but perhaps the most important cultural feature is hospitality. Visitors are often surprised by how welcoming locals are. In Kirundi culture, a guest, umushitsi, is respected and protected. That warmth leaves a lasting impression. Religion and diversity. Bujumbura reflects Burundi's religious makeup. The city is home to the Regina Mundi Cathedral, Islamic centers, Protestant churches, and even a Greek Orthodox church. Though Burundi is predominantly Christian, religious coexistence is visible throughout the city. So, is it Africa's most overlooked lakeside city? Bujumbura may not have the global fame of Cape Town or Zanzibar. It may not have skyscrapers or mega malls, but it offers one of the world's deepest lakes, scenic mountain backdrops, a rich colonial and post-independence history, vibrant nightlife, strong cultural identity, genuine hospitality, and perhaps most importantly, authenticity. In a world where tourism often focuses on the same destinations, Bujumbura quietly exists as a hidden gem. So maybe the better question is not, is Bujumbura overlooked, but rather, for how much longer? Conclusion: Bujumbura is not perfect. It has faced political tension and economic challenges, but it remains resilient, beautiful, and full of potential. If you're looking for a lakeside African city that feels real, warm, and undiscovered, Bujumbura might just surprise you. What do you think? Would you visit Bujumbura? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more African city discoveries. We're exploring a city that rarely makes international travel lists, but absolutely deserves attention. Bujumbura, the economic capital of Burundi. So here's the big question. Is Bujumbura Africa's most overlooked lakeside city? Let's find out. A lakeside city with a powerful setting, Bujumbura sits on the northeastern shores of Lake Tanganyika, the second deepest lake in the world, after Lake Baikal. This alone makes the city geographically special. Imagine palm-lined beaches, warm tropical breezes, fishing boats gliding across crystal clear waters, and golden sunsets reflecting off one of Africa's great lakes. That's everyday life here. Unlike many busy port cities, Bujumbura has a relaxed, almost resort-like atmosphere in certain neighborhoods. It's one of the few capital cities in Africa where you can go from downtown traffic to lakeside tranquility in minutes. And yet, very few people outside East Africa talk about it. A city with layers of history, Bujumbura wasn't always called Bujumbura. During colonial times, it was known as Usumbura. The city began as a small military post in 1889 during German East Africa. After World War I, it became the administrative center of the Belgian League of Nations mandate of Rwanda-Urundi. When Burundi gained independence in 1962, the name officially changed to Bujumbura. In 2019, the political capital moved to Gitega, but Bujumbura remains the economic heart of the country, the main port, business hub, and commercial center. Climate and geography. Bujumbura has a tropical savanna climate with two main seasons: wet season, October to April; dry season, May to September. Despite being near the equator, the city's altitude keeps temperatures comfortable. Average daytime highs are around 29 degrees Celsius, with cooler nights around 14 to 18 degrees Celsius. Its location at the mouth of the Rusizi River gives it fertile surroundings and scenic landscapes. Mountains rise in the background, creating dramatic views that most people simply don't associate with Burundi. The economic engine of Burundi, Bujumbura, handles most of Burundi's key exports, especially coffee, cotton, and tin ore. The central market is the city's commercial heartbeat. Vendors sell everything from fresh produce to imported goods. It's colorful, busy, and full of local energy. In 2013, a devastating fire destroyed much of the market, severely affecting traders and families. Yet the city rebuilt and continued forward, a testament to its resilience. The port along Lake Tanganyika connects Burundi to neighboring countries like Tanzania and the Democratic Republic of Congo, making Bujumbura a regional trade link. For a small country, this city carries big economic responsibility. Sports and youth culture. Bujumbura is home to the country's main multi-sport stadium, which seats around 22,000 spectators. Football is hugely popular, and match days bring communities together. Education and international presence. The city hosts the main campus of the University of Burundi, along with private institutions such as Hope Africa University. There are also international schools, French, Belgian, British, and Montessori institutions, reflecting Bujumbura's global connections. Despite being underrated internationally, the city has a surprisingly diverse and educated population. Transportation and accessibility. Bujumbura International Airport connects the city to regional destinations. Within the city, transport consists mainly of taxis and minibuses. Motorbike taxis operate in certain areas, and intercity buses connect Bujumbura to other parts of Burundi. It may not have metro systems or large highways, but it functions efficiently for its size. Health and infrastructure. Bujumbura is home to major hospitals, including Prince Regent Charles Hospital and the military hospital. As the country's economic capital, it has the best medical facilities available in Burundi. Healthcare challenges exist, like in many developing cities, but services are improving gradually. Culture, nightlife, and hospitality. One of Bujumbura's biggest surprises, its nightlife. For decades, it has been known in East Africa for lively lakeside bars, beach resorts, and diverse restaurants offering Burundian, French, Ethiopian, Lebanese, and Asian cuisine. Nearby attractions include Rusizi National Park, the Livingston Stanley Monument, the southern source of the Nile, locally identified, and then there's Burundian drumming, a UNESCO-recognized cultural treasure. The powerful rhythm performances are unforgettable, but perhaps the most important cultural feature is hospitality. Visitors are often surprised by how welcoming locals are. In Kirundi culture, a guest, umushitsi, is respected and protected. That warmth leaves a lasting impression. Religion and diversity. Bujumbura reflects Burundi's religious makeup. The city is home to the Regina Mundi Cathedral, Islamic centers, Protestant churches, and even a Greek Orthodox church. Though Burundi is predominantly Christian, religious coexistence is visible throughout the city. So, is it Africa's most overlooked lakeside city? Bujumbura may not have the global fame of Cape Town or Zanzibar. It may not have skyscrapers or mega malls, but it offers one of the world's deepest lakes, scenic mountain backdrops, a rich colonial and post-independence history, vibrant nightlife, strong cultural identity, genuine hospitality, and perhaps most importantly, authenticity. In a world where tourism often focuses on the same destinations, Bujumbura quietly exists as a hidden gem. So maybe the better question is not, is Bujumbura overlooked, but rather, for how much longer? Conclusion: Bujumbura is not perfect. It has faced political tension and economic challenges, but it remains resilient, beautiful, and full of potential. If you're looking for a lakeside African city that feels real, warm, and undiscovered, Bujumbura might just surprise you. What do you think? Would you visit Bujumbura? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more African city discoveries. We're diving into one of Africa's biggest debates in 2026, Lagos versus Nairobi. Two powerful cities, two different lifestyles. One big question: which city is better for young professionals? If you're thinking about moving, building a career, starting a business, or just curious about Africa's fastest growing urban hubs, this video is for you. We'll compare jobs, startups, salaries, cost of living, lifestyle, safety, and long-term growth to help you decide which city truly gives you the edge in 2026. So grab a seat, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's begin. Let's start with the basics. Lagos, Nigeria, is Africa's largest city and economic engine, home to over 20 million people. It's the commercial heart of West Africa, with powerful industries in finance, telecom, media, entertainment, logistics, and tech. Lagos is loud, fast, chaotic, but also full of opportunity and business momentum. Nairobi, Kenya, on the other hand, is East Africa's innovation and diplomatic hub. Often called Silicon Savannah, Nairobi is known for its startup culture, mobile technology leadership, and international business environment. It hosts regional headquarters for global companies, NGOs, development agencies, and major international organizations. Job opportunities and startup scene. Lagos, massive market and hustle culture. Lagos is one of Africa's fastest growing startup ecosystems, especially in fintech, e-commerce, logistics, energy, and entertainment. It's home to major success stories like Flutterwave, Paystack, and Andela. The advantage of Lagos is scale. With Nigeria's massive population, businesses can grow faster and reach more customers. Venture capital is active, and networking opportunities are everywhere, from tech summits to late-night business meetings. However, this growth comes with challenges: power reliability issues, heavy traffic, infrastructure gaps, and intense competition. But for young professionals who thrive under pressure, Lagos offers unmatched opportunity. Nairobi, structured ecosystem and diverse opportunities. Nairobi is consistently ranked among Africa's top innovation hubs, particularly in fintech, agri-tech, health tech, climate tech, and mobile services. The city benefits from a strong ecosystem of incubators and accelerators. Nairobi also hosts regional offices for companies like Google, Microsoft, IBM, and major international organizations. This creates opportunities not only in startups, but also in corporate and development sectors. Salaries, especially in tech and corporate roles, can be higher for early career professionals compared to Lagos. Verdict on opportunities: Lagos rewards scale, hustle, and market dominance. Nairobi offers structure, stability, and global career paths. Cost of living and daily life. Living costs. Lagos can be cheaper in food and transport, but once you aim for comfort, reliable power, good internet, and modern housing, costs rise quickly. Nairobi is often more affordable overall, especially in middle-class neighborhoods with more predictable expenses. Housing. In Lagos, rent is high in areas like Victoria Island, Ikoyi, and Lekki. In Nairobi, you can live outside the city center in well-connected areas at more affordable prices. Nairobi generally scores higher in work-life balance, green spaces, and lifestyle comfort. Lagos offers unmatched energy, nightlife, and business intensity, but can feel overwhelming due to traffic and congestion. Verdict on cost and lifestyle. Nairobi offers a better balance between cost and comfort. Lagos offers raw opportunity and excitement. Work culture and professional growth. Lagos. Work culture in Lagos is extremely competitive, ambitious, and fast-moving. It's ideal for entrepreneurs and professionals targeting Africa's largest consumer market. Networking is constant and informal. Deals happen in offices, lounges, and cafes. Nairobi offers a more formalized corporate culture with strong international influence. Mentorship and structured organizations make it easier to grow. Career progression feels more predictable, especially in tech, consulting, NGOs, and multinational companies. Choose Lagos if you want to build fast and take risks. Choose Nairobi if you want structure and sustainable growth. Safety and practical considerations. Both cities face typical big city challenges such as traffic congestion, inequality, and safety concerns. Your experience depends heavily on where you live, how you commute, and your daily routines. Which city is better for a young professional in 2026? Choose Lagos if you want, a high-energy megacity with massive entrepreneurial potential, access to Africa's largest consumer market, opportunities in fintech, media, entertainment, logistics, and business scaling, fast growth through challenge, ambition, and persistence. Choose Nairobi if you want, a structured, innovation-driven ecosystem, potentially higher early career salaries and international exposure, strong startup support, global networks, and balanced urban living. Final thought, there is no universal better city, only the one that best matches your career goals, personality, and lifestyle expectations. If you thrive in high-pressure environments and massive markets, Lagos may be your launch pad. If you prefer structured career growth, innovation, and global connectivity, Nairobi likely edges ahead. Both cities remain among Africa's top destinations for young professionals in 2026, each offering a unique path to success and opportunity. Across West Africa, two neighboring countries often come up when people talk about relocation and daily life: Liberia and Sierra Leone. Both nations share a similar history, Atlantic coastlines, and vibrant cultures. Their capital cities, Monrovia and Freetown, are the economic and cultural centers of their countries. But if someone were choosing a place to live, work, or even retire, an important question appears. Which city offers the better quality of life? In this video, we'll compare Monrovia and Freetown across key factors like economy, cost of living, infrastructure, safety, lifestyle, and overall living conditions to see which city might be the better choice. Let's get started. Economic opportunities. Monrovia is the economic heart of Liberia. The city plays a major role in the country's trade, government, and services sector. Many international organizations and NGOs operate here, creating employment opportunities in development, administration, and logistics. Liberia's economy is supported by industries such as shipping, rubber production, and natural resources. While the job market can be competitive, Monrovia still offers opportunities in business, small entrepreneurship, and international organizations. Freetown, on the other hand, is Sierra Leone's main commercial hub. The city has grown rapidly over the last decade, especially as the country continues rebuilding its economy. Trade, tourism, fishing, and mining-related services all contribute to the local economy. Because of Sierra Leone's increasing investment in infrastructure and tourism, Freetown has begun attracting more business activity in recent years. Both cities have economic opportunities, but Freetown has shown slightly faster economic momentum in recent years. Cost of living affordability is an important factor for anyone considering relocation. Monrovia can be surprisingly expensive in certain areas, especially housing and imported goods. Since many products are imported, prices for food and daily items can sometimes be higher than expected. However, local markets and neighborhood businesses still offer affordable options for residents. Freetown generally has a slightly lower cost of living. Rent, local transportation, and daily food expenses can often be cheaper compared to Monrovia. Local seafood and produce are widely available, helping keep food prices relatively reasonable. Freetown usually offers a lower overall cost of living. Infrastructure and transportation. Infrastructure remains a challenge in many developing cities, and both Monrovia and Freetown are still improving in this area. Monrovia has experienced steady development over the past decade. Road upgrades, mobile networks, and internet access have gradually improved. However, traffic congestion and power supply interruptions still occur. Freetown faces similar challenges. The city's geography, surrounded by hills and the ocean, sometimes makes expansion and transportation more difficult. But road improvements and international investment projects have helped improve connectivity. Electricity reliability and water supply remain ongoing issues in both cities. Infrastructure is relatively similar in both places, though development is gradually improving in each city. Safety and stability. Safety is another important factor when choosing where to live. Liberia has remained politically stable for many years after its civil war ended. Monrovia today is generally peaceful, though petty crimes such as theft can occur in crowded urban areas. Sierra Leone has also maintained stability since the end of its civil war. Freetown is considered relatively safe compared to many large cities in developing regions. However, like Monrovia, petty crime can still happen. In both cities, most residents go about their daily lives without major security concerns, especially when basic precautions are taken. Safety levels are fairly similar in both cities. Lifestyle and culture. Life in Monrovia is lively and energetic. The city has busy markets, music culture, beaches, and a strong sense of community. Local restaurants, street food, and cultural events create a vibrant atmosphere. The Atlantic coastline also gives residents access to beautiful beaches just outside the city. Freetown, however, offers something unique, a stunning natural setting. The city sits between green mountains and the ocean, creating one of the most visually beautiful capitals in West Africa. Places like Lumley Beach attract both locals and visitors looking to relax by the sea. Culturally, Freetown also has a strong music and art scene, along with historic landmarks and colonial architecture. Monrovia feels more energetic and commercial, while Freetown offers a more scenic and relaxed environment. Overall quality of life. When everything is considered, economy, affordability, infrastructure, and lifestyle, both cities offer unique advantages. Monrovia may appeal more to people interested in business, NGOs, and a faster urban atmosphere. Freetown, on the other hand, offers lower living costs and breathtaking natural scenery that many residents love. Choosing between Monrovia and Freetown ultimately depends on what kind of lifestyle someone prefers. For business opportunities and a busy city environment, Monrovia may be the better choice. But for affordability, ocean views, and a relaxed coastal lifestyle, Freetown might be the winner. Both cities continue to grow and evolve, and each has the potential to become an even more attractive place to live in the future. Which city would you choose, Monrovia or Freetown? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more stories and comparisons from across Africa. You'll think this is Switzerland, rolling green hills, cool mountain air, soft mist drifting through silent valleys. At a first glance, everything feels European, but there's something different here. No alpine villages, no cable cars, no Swiss flags, because this is Ethiopia, a country most people think they understand, yet rarely truly see. Today, we're revealing an Ethiopia that challenges expectations and quietly reshapes how we see Africa. Chapter 1. Ethiopia, a land of contrast. Ethiopia is not one landscape. It is extremes. Scorching deserts in the east, lush highlands in the center, deep valleys carved by time. Few people realize that Ethiopia is one of Africa's highest countries, with vast regions rising above 2,000 meters above sea level. This elevation creates cooler climates, fertile soil, and scenery that feels closer to Europe than the Africa most imagine. Chapter 2. The Ethiopian Highlands, Roof of Africa. Welcome to the Ethiopian Highlands, often called the Roof of Africa. Here, the land unfolds in wide plateaus, rolling green hills, and deep, dramatic valleys. Terraced farms trace the mountainsides. Rivers cut quietly through the land. Clouds drift so low they seem close enough to touch. It's peaceful, timeless, almost unreal. This is where Ethiopia reveals its most unexpected face. Chapter 3. Simien Mountains, Africa's Alps. The illusion becomes strongest in the Simien Mountains National Park. Jagged peaks rise sharply into the sky. Cliffs plunge thousands of meters below. Narrow trails follow the edge of the world. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is often compared to the Swiss Alps. And standing here, the comparison feels natural. But this is Africa, home to rare wildlife found nowhere else, Galata baboons grazing like sheep, the endangered Ethiopian wolf, and birds that ride the mountain winds. Nature here is raw, untouched, and vast. Chapter 4. A climate that defies expectations. Africa is often imagined as hot, but here, mornings are crisp, evenings are cool, winters can be cold. In some regions, fireplaces are still used at night. This climate shapes everything: how people dress, how homes are built, how life unfolds day by day. It's one of the reasons this land feels so familiar and yet so surprising. Chapter 5. Villages in the Clouds. Highland villages sit quietly on hills and ridges. Stone houses, tin roofs, narrow footpaths carved into the land. Children walk long distances to school. Farmers work fields by hand. Life follows the rhythm of seasons, not clocks. Despite the simplicity, there is dignity here. These communities have survived for centuries, connected deeply to the land beneath their feet. Chapter 6. A civilization older than Europe. While the landscapes may resemble Switzerland, Ethiopia's history reaches far deeper. This is one of the oldest civilizations on Earth. Ancient kingdoms rose here long before much of Europe existed. Rock-hewn churches carved directly into stone, manuscripts written over 1,000 years ago, traditions preserved without interruption. Ethiopia was never fully colonized, a rare and powerful story in Africa. This land has always stood on its own. Chapter 7. Faith, Ritual. Religion is woven into daily life in Ethiopia. Ancient Christian rituals, sacred chants, festivals filled with color and devotion. Churches often sit on hilltops, overlooking valleys below, symbols of protection and faith. Belief here is not just spiritual, it is cultural, it is historical, passed from generation to generation, unchanged by time. Chapter 8. Why the World Misunderstands Ethiopia. For decades, Ethiopia has been defined by a single narrative. But Ethiopia is not one story. It is innovation and tradition, struggle and beauty. Ancient and modern, the highlands remind us that Africa cannot be reduced to stereotypes. Sometimes, the most remarkable places are the most misunderstood. Chapter 9. Redefining Africa's Image. When people see landscapes like this, they pause. They question assumptions. They rethink what Africa looks like. Ethiopia challenges the idea that Africa fits into one image, one climate, one story. This land doesn't demand attention. It earns it quietly, through beauty, through depth, through history. Chapter 10. Switzerland? No, Ethiopia. So yes, you might think this is Switzerland, but it's not. This is Ethiopia. Cool, green, ancient, and powerful. A country that refuses to be simplified. A land that surprises those willing to look closer. Ethiopia reminds us that the world is far more complex and far more beautiful than we're often told. If this journey changed how you see Ethiopia, share it, because some places deserve to be understood, not assumed. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep exploring. Rwanda is often known for one incredible experience, gorilla trekking in the misty mountains. But limiting Rwanda to just gorillas would miss an entire world of breathtaking landscapes, hidden lakes, secret waterfalls, and cultural treasures scattered across the country. Often called the land of 1,000 hills, Rwanda is filled with dramatic scenery where rolling green hills meet deep forests, peaceful villages, and sparkling lakes. And while famous destinations attract visitors from around the world, there are still many places that remain largely undiscovered. These are the locations where you can experience Rwanda's beauty without crowds. Places that reveal the quiet magic of this remarkable country. Today, we're exploring 10 hidden gems in Rwanda that many travelers completely overlook. Number 1. Twin Lakes, Lake Burera and Lake Ruhondo. Near Rwanda's northern border lie two stunning lakes that feel almost untouched by tourism. Lake Burera and Lake Ruhondo sit at the base of the volcanic mountains that form part of the Virunga Range. Their calm waters reflect the surrounding hills and nearby volcanoes, creating one of the most beautiful landscapes in the country. Fishing boats drift slowly across the water while small villages line the shore. Unlike more famous destinations, the atmosphere here is peaceful and authentic. A boat ride between the small islands scattered across the lakes offers incredible views of Mount Bujumbura, one of the tallest volcanoes in the region. For travelers looking for quiet natural beauty, this area is truly unforgettable. Number 2, Indaba Rock. Driving along the scenic road between Karongi and Rubavu, you may suddenly notice a dramatic rock formation rising high above the surrounding hills. This is Indaba Rock, one of Rwanda's most fascinating natural landmarks. According to local legend, a man named Indaba once climbed the cliff to collect honey from a beehive. Tragically, he fell from the rock, and the place has carried his name ever since. Today, visitors can hike to the viewpoint and enjoy sweeping views of the surrounding valleys and the nearby waterfall below. It's a place where natural beauty and local folklore blend together. Number 3, Waterfalls of Nyungwe Forest National Park. Nyungwe Forest is one of the oldest rainforests in Africa, estimated to be over 1 million years old. While many visitors come here for chimpanzee trekking or the famous canopy walk, few explore the forest's hidden waterfalls. Deep inside the jungle, after hiking through dense trees and misty trails, you can discover places like the Kamiranzovu waterfall, where water crashes down into lush green valleys. The journey itself is part of the magic. Walking through ancient forest filled with birds, butterflies, and monkeys, it feels like stepping into another world. Gishwati Mukura National Park. Rwanda's newest national park is also one of its least visited, located between Lake Kivu and Nyungwe Forest. Gishwati Mukura protects rare montane forests that were once heavily damaged by deforestation. Today, conservation efforts are bringing the forest back to life. Visitors here can spot chimpanzees, golden monkeys, and over 200 species of birds, often with almost no other tourists around. For wildlife lovers, this park offers a rare opportunity to experience nature in its quietest form. Number 5, Mount Kigali. Even in Rwanda's capital city, hidden adventures exist. Mount Kigali rises above the western side of Kigali and provides one of the best viewpoints in the entire city. The hike to the top passes through small farms and quiet villages before opening up to panoramic views of Rwanda's endless hills. At sunset, the city lights begin to glow beneath the golden sky. Next on is number 6, Banda Village Cultural Experience. Hidden near Nyungwe Forest, Banda Village offers visitors a chance to experience authentic Rwandan rural life. Here, you can meet local artisans, watch traditional pottery making, and learn how communities have lived in harmony with the forest for generations. Instead of being a staged tourist attraction, the experience is community-led, meaning tourism directly supports local families. 7, Hidden Gorges near Musanze. Musanze is famous as the gateway to gorilla trekking, but the surrounding region also hides dramatic volcanic landscapes. Small gorges and valleys carved by ancient volcanic activity create secret hiking routes through the hills. Many of these locations remain known only to local guides. 8, Tea plantations of Gisovu and Gisakura. Rwanda's highlands are home to vast tea plantations that stretch across rolling hills like green carpets. In places such as Gisovu and Gisakura, the scenery becomes almost surreal. Workers harvest tea leaves by hand while mist drifts across the mountains. The peaceful atmosphere and endless green landscapes make these plantations some of the most photogenic places in the country. 9, Hidden Shores of Lake Kivu. Lake Kivu is one of Africa's Great Lakes, shared between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. While towns like Gisenyi and Kibuye attract visitors, much of the lake's shoreline remains quiet and undiscovered Small fishing villages, secret beaches, and tiny islands dot the coastline. 10. Gorilla Guardians Village near Volcanoes National Park. A unique cultural project tells a powerful story. The Gorilla Guardians Village was created by former poachers who transformed their lives to become conservation ambassadors. Today, they share traditional music, dance, hunting techniques, and storytelling with visitors. What makes this place special is its message, showing how conservation can create new opportunities for local communities. Rwanda may be one of Africa's smaller countries, but its beauty is extraordinary. Beyond the famous gorilla treks lies a landscape filled with hidden lakes, ancient forests, quiet mountains, and vibrant communities. These lesser-known destinations remind us that sometimes the most unforgettable places are the ones that guidebooks barely mention. And in Rwanda, those hidden gems are everywhere, waiting quietly among the thousand hills. If you enjoy discovering these hidden places, make sure to support the channel. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment about which destination surprised you the most, and subscribe for more amazing stories and travel discoveries from Africa and around the world. South Africa is a land of striking contrasts, offering an incredible range of experiences that cater to every type of traveler. From vibrant cities, rich in culture, to breathtaking natural landscapes, this country is a true treasure trove of unforgettable destinations. Welcome to Why Global Africa's Best Kept Travel Secret. Here's your guide to 10 must-visit places that will make your journey through South Africa truly memorable. 1. Cape Town. Cape Town, often celebrated as one of the most beautiful cities in the world, is an absolute must-visit. Towered over by the iconic Table Mountain, the city offers breathtaking views of both the urban skyline and the Atlantic Ocean, whether you hike to the summit or take the cable car. Its pristine beaches, including Camps Bay and Clifton, are perfect for sunbathing, relaxation, and unforgettable sunsets. The V&A waterfront buzzes with life, offering world-class shopping, diverse dining, live entertainment, and cultural attractions such as the Sites Museum of Contemporary Art Africa, MOCAA. The historic Bo-Kaap district adds a colorful cultural layer with cobblestone streets, vibrant houses, and deep Cape Malay heritage. Cape Town's mix of natural beauty, rich history, and modern culture makes it truly unforgettable. 2. Garden Route. The Garden Route is one of South Africa's most scenic coastal drives. Stretching from Mossel Bay to Storms River, this iconic route is famous for lush forests, tranquil lagoons, and golden beaches. Charming towns like Knysna and Plettenberg Bay offer lagoon cruises, oyster tasting, and boutique shopping. Tsitsikamma National Park is a highlight, featuring dramatic suspension bridges, forest hikes, and the famous Otter Trail, one of the country's most scenic hikes. Nearby Hermanus is world-renowned for whale watching, especially from June to November, when southern right whales can be seen from the shoreline. 3. Addo Elephant National Park, located near Kaiberha, Port Elizabeth. Addo Elephant National Park is a haven for wildlife lovers. It's best known for its large elephant population, but is also home to lions, buffalo, antelope, and more. Unlike busier safari parks, Addo offers a quieter, more intimate wildlife experience. Its diverse landscapes make it ideal for photography and immersive nature encounters. 4. Plettenberg Bay. Plettenberg Bay, or Plet, is a picturesque coastal town known for its stunning beaches and outdoor adventures. Rawberg Beach and Lookout Beach are perfect for swimming, kayaking, surfing, and relaxation. Nearby, Rawberg Nature Reserve offers spectacular hiking trails, seal colonies, dolphin sightings, and panoramic ocean views, making Plet a perfect blend of leisure and adventure. 5. Wild Coast. The Wild Coast is one of South Africa's most untouched and rugged regions. Known for its dramatic cliffs, remote beaches, and rich Xhosa culture, this area is ideal for travelers seeking authenticity. Highlights include Coffee Bay, Port St. John's, scenic cliffside hikes, waterfalls like Magua Falls, horseback riding along the shore, and warm village hospitality. It's truly off the beaten path. 6. Kruger National Park. Kruger National Park is one of Africa's largest and most famous game reserves, covering nearly 20,000 square kilometers. It's home to the Big Five: lion, leopard, elephant, buffalo, and rhino, along with giraffes, zebras, hippos, and hundreds of bird species. Visitors can choose between self-drive safaris or guided tours led by expert rangers. Kruger's diverse ecosystems make every safari experience unique. 7. Rawberg Nature Reserve. Situated near Plettenberg Bay, Rawberg Nature Reserve is a coastal gem featuring rugged cliffs, sandy beaches, and scenic trails along a dramatic peninsula. It's a hot spot for seal colonies, dolphin sightings, seasonal whale watching, bird life, and ancient archaeological caves, offering both natural beauty and historical significance. 8. Johannesburg. Johannesburg, or Joburg, is South Africa's largest city and economic powerhouse. It's rich in history and cultural energy. The Apartheid Museum offers a powerful and emotional insight into the country's struggle for freedom. Creative districts like Maboneng and Bramfontein showcase street art, galleries, nightlife, and a thriving urban culture. 9. Soweto, short for Southwestern Townships, played a vital role in South Africa's fight against apartheid. Vilakazi Street is world famous for being home to both Nelson Mandela and Desmond Tutu. The Hector Peterson Museum commemorates the 1976 Soweto uprising and honors the courage of students who stood against injustice. Visiting Soweto offers deep historical and cultural understanding. 10. Robben Island. Robben Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site off the coast of Cape Town, is one of South Africa's most powerful landmarks. It's where Nelson Mandela spent 18 of his 27 years in prison. Guided tours, often led by former political prisoners, offer a deeply moving experience, highlighting resilience, sacrifice, and the long road to freedom and equality. South Africa's rich tapestry of dynamic cities, serene coastal towns, vast game reserves, and powerful cultural landmarks promises an adventure like no other. Whether you're seeking thrilling safaris, meaningful history, or breathtaking natural beauty, South Africa truly has it all. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content.
Today, we're going deeper into the 2026 Iran-Israel war. but from a perspective you often don't hear in mainstream Western media. Instead of just focusing on military strikes and headlines, we'll explore why many analysts believe Iran's actions are defensive and how international law and recent events complicate the narrative. This is not propaganda. This is about understanding multiple viewpoints. A key fact: the conflict broke international law. In March 2026, an independent United Nations investigation criticized the U.S. and Israeli military strikes on Iran, violations of the UN Charter. The Charter prohibits the use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any nation without clear self-defense justification or UN authorization. In the same report, the UN noted that civilian harm, including deaths in a school strike, cannot be justified under international law, even amid broader conflict. This makes Tehran's claim that it is defending itself against unlawful aggression significantly stronger in legal terms. Iran's long-standing security concerns. Iran's leadership has long viewed Israel's military posture and alliances as threats to its national survival. Before the 2026 war, tensions had been rising for years, including periodic clashes involving Israeli strikes against Iranian interests in Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon, effective attempts to isolate Tehran regionally, and attempts to limit Iran's nuclear and missile programs. Many Iranians saw these as implicit acts of pressure and escalation, not peace efforts. From Tehran's perspective, when powers repeatedly support strikes that target Iranian sovereignty and key leadership, resistance becomes a matter of national defense, not expansion. Self-defense, not unilateral aggression. Under Article 51 of the UN Charter, countries have the right to self-defense if attacked. Iran officially maintains that its actions, including missile and drone strikes against military targets, were responses to an initial invasion of its territory by U.S. and Israeli forces in February 2026. Iran argues that it did not start the conflict. The first large-scale air campaign inside Iranian cities and bases was carried out by U.S. and Israeli aircraft. This defensive framing carries weight among legal scholars who emphasize that defense against invasion is a right under international law, especially for smaller states facing coordinated attacks by larger military coalitions. Disproportionate force and civilian harm. Another important point raised by critics of the U.S.-Israeli offensive is the scale and impact of force used in densely populated areas, including Tehran and other Iranian cities. UN investigators cited deaths of children in strikes on schools and condemned these actions as violations of humanitarian protections. Even powerful nations are bound by international norms requiring combatants to distinguish between military and civilian targets and avoid disproportionate harm. Norms many argue were violated in the opening days of the conflict. This bolsters Iran's position that its retaliation, even if controversial, was in part a response to excessive use of force against non-combatants. Regional context, pressure and isolation. Iran has faced decades of economic sanctions, diplomatic isolation, and attempts to undermine its regional influence, especially from Western powers and their allies. These pressures intensified long before the 2026 war began, including attempts to disrupt its nuclear program and ongoing efforts to support opposition groups within Iran. From Tehran's viewpoint, repeated diplomatic isolation and covert operations, including attacks on its nuclear facilities in 2025, were not isolated events, but signs of a long-term strategy to weaken Iran politically and economically. When a nation feels cornered by international pressure, sanctions, political isolation, and military threats, its defensive rhetoric becomes more understandable, even if its methods remain controversial. The moral and legal complexity. In conflicts like this, right and wrong aren't black and white. Some see Israel and its allies acting to prevent an existential threat. Others see that same action as illegal aggression that destabilizes the region and harms civilians. For Iran, survival, both political and territorial, is the priority. From Tehran's perspective, standing up to invasion and asserting national defense is not only a legal right, but a moral necessity when the alternative is potential regime overthrow or loss of sovereignty. Longer ripple effects. The economic, social, and diplomatic fallout from this war is far from over. Global oil markets remain unstable after disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, a key shipping lane. Regional nations face pressure to align with one side or maintain neutrality. Civilian losses and displacement continue to weigh on public opinion across the Middle East. For many people across Asia, Africa, and the Global South, this conflict is seen as another example of powerful nations projecting force rather than resolving disputes through diplomacy. Understanding multiple perspectives. There's no simple moral label in wars like this. On one hand, the threat perception that Israel and its allies emphasize is real for them, and understandable in the context of past hostilities. On the other hand, Iran's historical experience of foreign interference, economic sanctions, and military pressure gives its leaders a very different frame for justifying defensive retaliation. So while many Western narratives highlight security concerns about Iran's potential nuclear capabilities and regional influence, it's equally important to recognize that Iran and many of its supporters see their actions as defensive responses to perceived invasions, legal violations, and regional threats. Understanding this perspective doesn't mean endorsing all of Iran's tactics, but it does explain why Iran claims to be justified in this war.